Alright, here's episode 2 of What Remains
Any of it
Edith
seems
Finch.
possible.
It's actually kind of a sad game because so much happened. It's cursed family. And this girl's had to go through all of it. Her mom didn't tell her anything. Sad little family
I think
issue.
we've been surrounded by death for so long, we've just gotten used to it. What kind of family finishes building a cemetery before starting the house?
The Finch family? There's something down there. And there's something over on that one rock we looked at too.
It's embarrassing for me to admit this, but the pet cemetery made me more uncomfortable than the human one. 3 of the gerbils were mine, and 2 had been my fault.
Bob, okay, there's Christopher, Bob, Oliver, Shadow, Shotzi, Chirpy, Burpy, Furpy, Lurpy, Zerpy, Derpy, Derpy Jr., Lucy, Daisy, Charlie, Tucker, Coco, Zoe, Unnamed.
Sven built the house, but it was Edie who designed the cemetery.
Molly, Finch, Calvin, Sven, and Edie Finch. Huh. Walter Finch. That's the cave. Barbara Finch.
I'm sure Odin's monument had been Edie's idea. My mom was always trying to move on, but for Edie, the past never went away. She could see it poking out of the water at low tide. Edie said she dreamed about the old house every night. Edie's side was always easier for me to understand. But the older I get, the more I can see where my mom was coming from.
I thought that was a snake. Okay.
Her dad had been pretty strict, but it wasn't enough to save her brothers. She was just trying to do better.
Rex Hamgus. Milton.
She lost
Sorge,
2 of her brothers,
Lewis.
just like I did. I get why she tried so hard to protect us. There's so many things I wish I could ask my mom now. Part of me thinks this is what she wanted all along. For me to come back someday and find everything out for myself. But looking back on it now,
Hey, we're a cat here. This is a big tree.
If she told me there was going to be so much climbing, I never would have come when I was 22 weeks pregnant.
We're Pregano. We're Preganing it. Prego.
I never met Grandpa Sam, but I think he and my mom had a lot in common.
Oh, I was trying to go in. I'm like, why can't I go in?
They were both pretty intense.
She's gone. His meadows. His cameras. How the hell are they floating?
Sam spent his life shooting photos, but Mom said he got nervous being in front of the camera. I guess we're all afraid of something.
No, let me go back to his room. I'm not done.
Dawn, I promise, you'll never forget this weekend.
Yes, sir.
These memories are gonna last a lifetime.
Am I gonna have to shoot anything?
It's a hunting trip, Dawn. Shooting is strongly encouraged. Perfect.
It's gonna rain the whole weekend, isn't it? I will never forget this weekend, Dad.
That's the spirit. Okay, got it.
I'm gonna take some pictures, okay?
Just be careful. That camera's older than you are. Definitely should not have drunk all that coffee. Hey!
That's a keeper.
I'm just saying, I'm not always gonna be here, Dawn. You'll need to remember this stuff, if you want to survive.
I'll be fine, Dad.
You know who else thought he was gonna be fine?
Some guy who died.
Dawn, I'm being serious.
I know, Dad. You're always serious. Doesn't being out here make you want to chill out?
Well, to tell you the truth, I haven't been out here in 20 years. Last time I was with my brother Calvin. Man, that was a great trip. Your grandpa Sven taught us how to fish, how to build a fire. Dawn, don't you think you could find something more interesting to photograph? We found an old logging trail. There were deer everywhere. I bet if I could remember where that trail was, we'd spot a buck for you in no time. You don't need to waste any more film on me, kiddo. Give me a minute to check the map. Let's see. Maybe. Was it? Could have been.
know where I can take a photograph.
Dad!
Good eyes, Dawn. Before you take the shot, let me get a picture of it.
Dad, I...
Just breathe. Turn off your imagination. Focus on your target.
I'm over here, Dad.
Let me get behind you.
do I have to do this?
Dawn, you don't have to do anything. Great shot, Dawn! I'm proud of you, Dawn. Always remember that, okay? Sorry, Dawn. Just gotta reset the timer.
Dad, it's twitching. I think
That's
it's
totally normal, Dawn. Just focus on the camera. Try not to think about...
Dad!
Of all these stories, that's the one I wish most that my mom had told me. Instead of hiding from death, Sam seemed to go out of his way to meet it.
Could have fought in like Vietnam or something. Joined the Marines at 18, yeah. Well, let's go actually figure that out because, yeah, we got the time. $19.50, so 19, yeah. He would have been a American soldier on Vietnamese side. Yeah. You ring the wire. I'll ring the women.
After Sam died,
You
my
ring
mom and
the
Edie
wire.
got really close. They'd both lost a lot.
I'll ring the gin. You ring the women. Good glory.
Dear Kay, do you remember the way Gregory used to laugh when he thought he was alone? Like something funny was happening, but only he could see it. I think he saw things the rest of us don't.
Come here, little ducky.
Watching over, Gregory. It's time to... Hold on, sweetie. Hello? Sam, I told you I don't want to talk right now.
I wonder what so much of Calvin. Lost in his imagination. Whatever it was he saw. It sure made him happy. Sounds. But I worried about a baby being too happy. But I could feel him slipping away.
Sorry about that, Gregory.
I know you did everything you could. Maybe if I hadn't called that night.
Hold on, I don't want Gregory to hear
I wish he could have told us about the world he saw.
Oh, turn it off!
There's so much I don't understand about Gregory. About everything.
Wait, am I in the water? Can I see little baby me?
I know what happened wasn't your fault. I'm sure he's happy. And he'd want you to be happy too. Good luck, Kay. Love, Sam.
That's just sad. It's not. So put on.
I can't imagine my mom ever writing poetry, and yet
A poem for Gus, who always said the wedding was a bad idea. Our father never hit us kids, at least not very hard, before the day my brother said with teenage disregard that he'd be dead before he'd see a wedding in our yard. My father made him come, of course, but Gus stood far apart, just flew his kite and bottled up the storm inside his heart. I tried to talk him out of it, but though he'd never met her. We don't need a stepmom, were the words that
I now pronounce you husband and wife. You may kiss the bride.
When the time for photos came, Dad ordered him to come here. But Gus declined, and as a sign held up his middle finger.
It's my boy Gus.
The wind picked up, and panicked geese appeared and quickly went. But all the humans did that day was go inside the tent. The rain came down in buckets then, but no one seemed afraid that nature might destroy the tent our dad had crudely made. Thunder sounded much too close and full of angry power. But all my father said to this was, "Make the music louder." I wish that I could truly say I thought about you on that day. Out there on the beach alone, just you, the wind, the sea, and foam. But I didn't, until we found you.
She never talked about him, but Mom told me once if I was a boy, they were going to name me Gus. My mom moved up to the loft after her brothers died. At the time, it was as far away as she could get. She spent a summer building houses in Calcutta, where she met my dad, Sanjay. Religion was another thing my mom never talked about, but I think it helped her a lot after her dad died.
Bitch, fuck the baby. Jump down. Greg, be a Mary. So jump roll for 100 times, jumping jacks 150 times, 100 push-ups, 100 crunches, run to mailbox and map back. Fudge. Oh yeah, these houses are, or these doors are creaked off. go. Oh, can I go up farther?
My mom moved to India a week after graduation and got a job teaching English. Louis was born a year later. When my dad died, I don't think Mom knew where else to go. I'm sure Edie was happy to have her back. And to see kids in the house again. The house had to get a little bigger, but Edie was used to that. And for a while, things were good. Almost normal, but it didn't last. The beginning of the end was Milton's 10th birthday, when Edie gave him a castle.
Alright, so I think I'm gonna end this video here, and then I'll resume shortly.